The young black teenager name caused so much static for the group. I mean, it was Hank Shocklee's idea, and we were all, originally we were supposed to be the leaders of the new school, but we were supposed to battle leaders for the name, and we were like, we ain't taking leaders of the new school name. That's, but you know, we grew up with them. Like, I ain't messing with them. That's them. But originally, that's what Hank wanted to do. You know, one of the original names I think we had was like Angels with Dirty Faces. We had all these different names, and Hank was just like, nah, you're the young black teenagers. And we were like, what? And your first record's gonna be Proud to Be Black was our first song. And, but it wasn't that. I mean, and at that time, you know, to us, it wasn't about color and this and that. It was the movement of hip hop. And we, you know, we were the minority in that, at that point in time. And it definitely had a lot of people talking, and it worked. You know what I mean? It was like, people were like, wait a second, but we had the skills to back it up, and we weren't just some fly-by-night put-together group. I mean, this is how we lived. This is what we did every day. You know what I mean? We lived hip-hop culture, you know, from breaking to graffiti to DJing, and all of it. That's, you know, how we lived. And I guess, you know, when you're trying to shock and get the word out there, you need something, and it sure did. It sure made a lot of noise. I have memorable studio moments. I mean, you know, I remember the scene in Straight Outta Compton when Cube goes to record America's Most Wanted, and, you know, we were all there in Green. I mean, we were there with them every night. So being around that, watching them do Belle Biv DeVoe, I mean, you know, going to I remember the first time I heard Terror Dome, and it wasn't even finished yet, you know, and it was like, to be around that time of hip hop, and for me, you know, growing up, and the DJ that I was, and the dreams that I've always dreamt about doing, never thinking I would do, you know, being in 59 countries, all 50 states, worked with Biggie, worked with Lauryn Hill, Fugees, Busta, Big Pun, Premier, like, never in my wildest imagination. I mean, there's so many stories. Like, everybody's like, you should just write a book. Like, I've lived out every hip hop, just never mind, every DJ music fantasy I think you could ever have done, you know?
I count my life blessings every day, man. You know, from family, my kids, and all that good stuff. But my professional career, there isn't much that I haven't been privy to, man, in this short life, man. Even from meeting Mike, Prince.
And there was an actual bomb threat in the hotel. And this was right when I joined Public Enemy, so I'm shook. They didn't find anything. Talking to Chuck, I was like, Chuck, man, did you hear there's a bomb threat in the hotel? He's like, oh, that's nothing, Lord. Remember Flavor in '87, there was a bomb under the stage? Flavor's like, yeah, boy.
So we'll go over to the studio, Broken Complex Studios, and we just smoked out like crazy.
And he came by and we cut like a couple records, and they both went on my Hopper and Friends project like immediately.
We were on the radio in New York City, which is incredibly influential, but at the same time, we were consummate fans. I mean, the reason why we wanted to do this show was based out of us being such fans and wanting to share our love with as many people as possible.